What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with the overall market for today and when more data is going to be coming out. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. Anyways, as far as the market's going, we're pushing right now during the pre-market because we got some good data. The unemployment numbers are looking very good. Non-farm payrolls were at 147,000. Unemployment was at 4.1%. Basically, we were expecting the non-farm payrolls to be no more than 106,000. Instead, they were at 147,000. That just shows that the U.S. market's adding more jobs than expected. And then for unemployment, we were expecting unemployment to basically go up. We were expecting unemployment to rise to about 4.3%, right? Instead, it's now at 4.1%. So that just goes to show that unemployment is solid. The labor market is solid according to this data. Now, I understand the data is not 100% accurate. This data could be revised in the future. But as of right now, given what we're seeing, the data looks good. And this tells us exactly what Jerome Powell has been telling us, that the economy remains decent, at least as of right now, and that unemployment is still not really spiking like crazy. Now, I believe there's going to be a recession coming, maybe later this year, if not next year. There's going to be a recession. I still believe that, but the data does not reflect it yet. We're not in a recession currently, according to the data. And for now, the overall data is not looking too bad. This tells us that the labor market is solid, and this would incentivize the Fed that in case they have to hold rates for higher, they could do that. The economy could handle this. So that's once again a very, very big piece of news. Secondly, today at 9:45 a.m., we have the S&P Global Composite and Services PMIs, and we also have the ISM Services Employment and New Orders at 10 a.m. So the main time is 10 a.m. when we have the ISM data. That's going to be involving the PMI, new orders and prices. That's 30 minutes after the stock market opens. Expect some volatility because of the ISM services data. We'll see if this launches the market higher or not. As a reminder for today, well, firstly, for tomorrow, it's going to be Friday. The stock market is going to be closed tomorrow. However, for today, it's going to be closing early at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be half a day of trading today, right? The market's going to be closing early. It's going to be closing 3 hours earlier than usual in commemorance of the 4th of July. So we basically only have half a day left of trading this week, and then that's going to be pretty much it. So keep that in mind. President Trump is also very unhappy with Jerome Powell. He has now said that he wants Jerome Powell to step down, and that what he's doing is very unfortunate for America. That's what he's saying so far, claiming that there is no inflation so far. So we're going to see what happens during the summer. That's going to be very pivotal for their policies. So keep that in mind. That's making big news right now. Also, when it comes to more news, the U.S. House is going to be voting upon President Trump's bill, right? The overall spending bill. It was revised a bit by the Senate, but as of right now, we're going to see if this passes or not, and then it's going to be going to President Trump's desk if it does. Um, Basically, Congress wants this to pass, or at least the GOP in Congress wants this to pass by July 4th to get to President Trump's desk. So we'll see if that ends up happening. So keep that in mind. The June jobs numbers were quite decent. There's a big Vietnam deal that President Trump announced. Everything's more bullish for the markets as of right now. So keep that in mind. Now, if you want to be a bear on SPY, if you want to see SPY basically sell off, you want to see SPY fail at 620. And then if that's the case, we're looking for 618 or below if that ends up failing us. But as long as we're above 620, we're going to be favoring an attempt to go higher and to basically push for 624 or above. So you want to just keep that in mind, as there's going to be more upside potential. That's going to be very, very key for how we end up moving. So I think there's a very, very good chance this does attempt more upside. But we have to watch our levels just to be safe. That's going to be very, very pivotal for the way in which things end up moving. But overall, I think we're doing a great job at holding up, and there is still some upside potential. So SPY is going to likely try to push higher. As long as we're above 622, I'm looking for 624 to 625. And for now, we're holding up very well. However, I can't make promises about how well we hold up because it also depends on what happens with our very, very important ISM numbers. So watch that very, very closely. The ISM data is going to be key for SPY. On the QQQ, we're looking bullish. We're actually breaking all-time highs. Now, if we're bearish, first and foremost, you need to see us fill at 550. If 550 fails us, we're looking for a move back down to 548. As long as we're above 550, we're favoring an attempt to push for about 555. So 552.5 holds, we're looking for 555. And overall, we're looking more bullish on the QQQ. For now, we do look like we want to push higher. It does look like it's favoring 555 or above, but that also depends on the ISM services numbers, so watch for that, but it's still looking good. The IWM looks a little bit weaker compared to SPY. The others, it could slow a bit towards like 220, and then we're going to be watching to see if it bounces. So watch 222 and 220 as our supports, and then we could bounce and continue to go higher. So far, we're holding up quite well. ES is bullish. I want to see if we could break past 6,300. If we do, this is going to continue to rally to once again all-time highs. If we end up losing 6,250, we're looking for a dip back down. This in turn is actually favoring upside for us to continue to consolidate and try to break past 6,300. For NQ, this has a bullish divergence. As long as we don't end up losing basically 22,780, we're favoring upside and an attempt to get back up towards 23,000 or above. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin's looking a bit more bullish. As long as we don't lose 108,000, we're favoring 110,000 plus. Tesla's looking bullish. It's looking a bit more bullish, but what could happen is some consolidation. We have resistance at 321 and support at 315. Might consolidate like this for some time. And then hopefully we break 321 to start pushing higher. If we lose 315, there could be a bigger move down. If we break 321, there's a bigger move up. I presume we're going to consolidate and try to push for 325 or above. So keep that in mind. For Nvda, if we end up losing basically 155, we're looking for a move back down. As long as we hold support, we're going to be favoring an attempt to push for the 160 plus area. So keep that in mind. I think the odds favor the upwards direction. For Appl, we're looking pretty good. So long as we don't lose the 210 area, we're favoring an attempt for 214 or above. For AMD, we're looking bullish. So long as we don't lose 139, we're going to be favoring 142. So far, it's looking pretty good. For PayPal, we're looking bullish. As long as we don't lose 175.5, we're favoring 177 or above. For Coinbase, there's like an inverse head and shoulders here. This is actually a more bullish setup, but it depends on the data and also President Trump's bill. Might dip to retest 347 to 350. Then we're going to see if it bounces. If we lose 347, we could be dipping lower, but as long as it holds, we're looking for some kind of rebound move. Amazon's looking bullish. As long as we don't lose 219, we're favoring 223 or above. Meta looks bullish. As long as we break 720, we're looking for a attempt for basically 725 or all the way up to 728. Google looks bullish. We're favoring an attempt for basically 181. And then Microsoft, as long as we're above 492, we're favoring 494 or above. So overall, we're doing good. The VIX is rejecting, looking more bearish. We're favoring downside. That's once again a decent sign because the market still looks bullish. And for now, we're favoring new all-time highs in a continuation of this rally. Now, this could change depending on the ISM numbers at 10 a.m. And then keep in mind the stock market is going to be closing early. So keep that in mind. As of right now, the market's holding up quite well. Anyways, I thank you all so much for listening. Please have a very, very good rest of the trading week. Just one half day left. And we'll see how it ends up going. Have a good one and peace out.